Hello and welcome to the final instalment of the IFSC Asia Tour 2013. From Haiyang we have headed south into warmer climates and now find ourselves in Wujiang, located in the south of China in the delta of the Yangtze River. It is home to around 1.5 million people and was traditionally known as the land of fish and rice. It was also known as the capital of silk. Nowadays, the city has taken on a different name. In keeping with China's modernization, it is now known as the City of Electronics and also, strangely, as the capital of cable and optical cable. That's something that we're hoping is going to help us as we get ready to broadcast both a lead and speed World Cup direct to you live all around the world. Behind me right now, you can probably see the wall that is in the background there just on the side of this river. We get ready to welcome our athletes to the final instalment of the Asia Tour 2013. Welcome back to the final instalment of the Asia Tour 2013. We are here in Wujiang for our finals for the lead competition here. If we come around this way, you can see the crowd there starting to gather as well. An unusual semi-finals here. We saw Ramone going out yet again. We also lost Ellen Janico. If we come around this way now, you can see that the routes are set. The route set has been working in the break now to get this ready for us. Men's final on the grey wall, women's final on the yellow. The other interesting things that have been happening then, we have Nikki van Bergen of the Netherlands in her first ever final here on a senior IFSC event. We also have Risa Ota making it through again for Japan. She came 8th in Mokpo. She's here again in the final as well. But the really interesting story now as we start to move towards the end of the year sits at the top of the ranking tables. And that's a battle between Kim Jae-in and Mina Markovic at the moment. Not much between those two athletes. A win here could again start to reconfirm the lead that either one of them might be able to gain over the final two events at Valence and Cran after we finish up things here in Asia. For the men's as well, a similar situation with Ramone dropping down into third place now. It is Sachi and Jakob, and both athletes are here in the finals trying to get a bit of a lead as we push towards the final two World Cups of the year. Welcome back to Wujiang. We are here for our final in the lead. Let's have a look at our start lists. Well, here we are then. These are our finalists making it through. Jakob Schubert, Sean McCall tied in first place position with a height of 36 plus through the semi-finals. Going down then again to tied third place position, a third place position for Sachi Ama, beating Urban Primozic on count back all the way back to the qualifying round. But Urban Primozic here in the finals in fourth place at the moment. Then we have three French athletes, no less, in the men's final. Ramon de Grange, Manuel Ramon and Gauthier Super, and then Naoki Shimatani as well. A hope for Japan other than Sachi Ama in the men's final. Fantastic to see that one as well. Another hope for Japan, two indeed, in the women's here. Risa Ota making through to another final. Nikki van Bergen, her first ever final. Katarina Posch, who's going to get a little bit used to this by now. Dinara Fakhretdinova, European champion. Momoka Oda, world ranked number 3 at the moment. Kim Jae-in, world ranked number 2. Magdalena Roick and Mina Markovic are world ranked number 1. Magdalena, the one that's been challenging all the way through here so far today. The only one to put too much pressure on Mina Markovic so far for the gold medal. Kim Jae-in with a bit of an outside chance here after not topping. If it goes to tops in the finals by count back alone, Kim will miss out on the gold medal. Let's go over now for an introduction with our athletes and a moment to see their observation time.
And Urban Primozic from Slovenia. Okay, thank you. 那下一位出场的女子呢是在半决赛排名并列第3位的053号，来自于韩国队的金泽仁。Semifinal ranking third, Kim Jae-in from Korea. 半决赛排名第3位的下一位出场男子羽呢是048号，来自日本队的安间佐千。Semifinal ranking third, Sachi Ama from Japan. 好，半决赛排名第2的下一位女子运动员是002号，来自奥地利的马格达莱娜。Semifinal ranking second, Magdalena Roick from Austria. 好，非常年轻，19岁。下一位是男子运动员，是在半决赛排名并列第1的007号，来自加拿大的肖恩。Semifinal ranking first, Schubert 第二步。OK， 16位，现在开始路线的观察。Observation time。哇，太快了反应，他们必须用短短的6分钟的时间，对完全陌生的路线进行一个全方位的了解，在他们的脑海当中有一份清晰的思路，所以他们现在会从最下面开始模拟进行攀爬，手的动作、脚的动作，尤其到最上面的部分，那才是更关键的。甚至有队员还戴了望远镜，可以把点看得更清晰。平时的艰苦的训练，赛前的准备，线路的掌握。
So as you can see here, these athletes podding off into 2 different groups.
的这些过程，才能。
Having a look down on the ground at what they're expecting to see ahead of them, and whilst these guys are having a little look here at what they're looking at from the bottom of the wall, let's have a bit of a chat now to Vincent, our chief route setter here. Vincent, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. A bit tired, but no, I'm fine.
I'd imagine you guys have had non-stop all the way through this one. You've had to just keep pushing all the way through this comp. You've had the semi-finals earlier on today. Relatively quick to set, or any problems at all there, or have you got on pretty quick?
About the semi-finals, we're okay. For the women, for us it was perfect. It was very nice. Good show, one top, very nice. For the men, ranking is okay. For sure, we prefer they climb a little bit more higher, but it was a little bit too hard, but it was okay. Normally it's okay.
Okay, talk to us about what we're looking at here. We've got a few surprises through into the finals here, which is really nice to see. Oban there, having a chat with Sean Mokpo down on the ground. Talk us through the men's then, as they are looking at that one at the moment. What are we expecting to see here in the final? What surprises have you got in store?
We don't know exactly what will happen for the final. For sure, I hope to have one man and one woman on top. We don't know exactly, but we are sure we can have a good show. We'll make a good job, I think, for the final. It will be very, very interesting, and I think very, very nice for the public.
What about the route itself? Now, if you talk about the men's route itself.
So for the men's route, it's 3 parts, 3 different parts, because that's the main wall with a big group, and we have the first part with a little leveling, so hard and technical beginning of this route, and a very small part vertical with a big sloper. You can see blue slopers, and it's not very good, these slopers, but normally all climbers can climb there. After they need to start the big roof, and they start something very hard. It will be a long traverse in the roof, and all moves are very hard, and especially the last move of the roof with 2 big yellow holes. And normally to grab the yellow pinch will be maybe a little hard, and the next move too. And after the last part, they need to traverse just on the edge of the roof and finish to the top. And just the last move will be not so hard, but it will be very hard for climbers, because they will be tired. So it's not especially something technical, but they need to be careful with the last move, the 2 last moves.
And what grading would you look at giving this one then, now in the finals?
The final man is around 80.
So 3 sections on the wall we have here at the moment. We've got this bottom section, it's a hard technical beginning with some slopers as they move up towards the roof. We hit the roof, there's a very difficult long traverse in this section, every move difficult, and as they start to move up towards the lip, there's a yellow pinch or 2 big yellow holds there that are particularly difficult around the lip. Then they have to traverse back along the lip on the edge, and then the last move as they're moving through the final section, not too hard, but they need to be careful, they need to be reserving some energy for the final push to the top. Yeah, correct. And we're looking at an 8C for that one. So let's go over to the women's then now while they're all still having a look. Talk us through the female route. What are we looking at here?
The female, we change the style, not like the semi-final for sure, because we change the line, and that line on the left side of the wall, and so a little bit overhang.
只有一位登顶，所以我们来看看最后的决赛是否能够都看到这个画面。尤其我们现在男子决赛的以及女子决赛的这个屋檐区域，就是那个最大的角度的区域，那边的造型点非常多，很多三角形的、圆形的造型非常多，感觉很复杂。
Very interesting.
所以现在看他们是否能够正确
Very
的判断
technical
地形。
and powerful, so it's very difficult to explain this. It's very hard to have a rest on this route for women because it's short, and they need to have a good and long resistance on this route. Okay, and especially in the middle part, they need to use the edge of the wall and on green volumes. And it will be very interesting to watch the woman there because it's a little bouldering for her, and it will be, I think, it will be a little not so hard maybe for the stronger woman, but they need to take time to watch and read correctly the next move. After they can climb in the last part. The last part is for sure harder than the beginning, and more risky for the woman. They need to take risk because this may be there is 2 or 3 long moves, not too far for the woman, but just a little bit too long, and they need to take a risk to grab the ball.
So for this one then, we're looking at a different line to our semi-finals. Not a particularly long route, very technical and very powerful, very difficult to take rests on it, and then you can see it from that angle, this bouldery section that's got going on in the middle here as well. These guys are going to have to start fighting for that one. It's not a particularly difficult as such, but it's more about being precise, about making sure that the moves are the exact right moves for the beater at that point. And then onto this finish with 2 or 3 longer moves where they're going to have to really overextend and reach to try and get them, and that could be a little bit risky as they go toward the top. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so grading for the women's then that we're giving it around B+, an 8B+. Okay, so we're looking at an 8C here, guys, for the men's, and an 8B+ for the women's. Those are your 2 grades so far. Vincent, thank you very much for giving us yet another fantastic competition. You get some time out, yeah? We get some time to rest after this?
Yeah, exactly. Now it's rest for me.
But then will we see you Valence just to come and watch?
No, it's holiday for me. I go back France 2 days, I go to train in USA and Colombia, but just for holiday.
Vincent, merci, and thank you for the last 2 or 3 comps. You've given us a fantastic Asia tour so far. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
So here we are then, men's and women's. This is what we're looking at the moment. 8B+ for the women's, 8C for the men's. Women's, you can see here on the left-hand side, the yellow route that you're looking at there. You can see the last 3 moves there. There is a big stretch between them, as Vincent was saying, quite spread out at the last. It does sort of peter off there. And the selection of volumes towards the middle. In the men's, look at that collection of volumes in the centre there. Guys have got to play with as they make their way through the midsection, the roof. Long traverse, every move's going to be difficult there, and then you can see the two big yellow holds towards the end and the yellow pinch that's there as well. Those are going to be difficult to move onto the lip, and then it's traversing back along the lip before they can push up towards the top, which you can see there in red all the way up to the top part of the wall. So our athletes moving back behind the wall, getting ready to start here at the bottom. Our first athlete out for the women's will be Risa Ota, and for the men's will be Naoki Shimatani as well. Welcome if you are joining us. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner, you can get in touch with us on Twitter should you so wish. The hashtag is there. And we're looking forward to a great comp here, finishing off our time in Asia. So not long now we get things underway here. As you can see, those are our finalists scrolling through your screen at the moment. And we're looking forward to another fantastic final here with the IFSC. Our athletes will be out in a short while. The crowd's starting to pick up now as well, which is great to see. Nice big crowd for these athletes to get a little bit of support as they're making their way up the wall.
好的，观众朋友们，我们现在看到显示屏显示的是云端在最后的时间，在我们隔离区进行最后准备的过程，也就是在这个大的岩壁的后面，还有一些矮的岩壁是给他们热身训练用的。
You can see the athletes warming up in isolation. A rare glimpse here behind the wall, littered with boulder walls around the back here, and littered with holds for these guys to just keep moving around, warming up. There's the Mokpo. See Katarina Posch climbing along, but further along there, Mina Markovic doing a bit of warming up. Jakob Schubert, Sean McCall having a conversation. Wujiang, a bit of a pensive mood here. A little bit more relaxed. Moka Ona going to join her. Shinta Ozawa there. Next to Risa Ota.
镜头里面，希望你给我们打个招呼。哇 ，Thank you。不小心就上电视了。人家按算起也就笑了，笑来自于加拿大。哦，这真的很热闹。每次比赛的间隙，我们也期待有更多的朋友来看比赛，来了解攀岩。
Shout out to some of the people joining us now, climbing in Sevilla, getting in touch. Julian, shout out as well to everybody on Twitter to say it is time. Manira saying can't stay awake but sending good West Coast vibes to Sean Mokpo representing China. Allez Sean. Nice to see you guys coming back to join us as well. If you do want to get in touch or any questions you might have about the competition here, the athletes in general, you can get in touch with us using the hashtag in the bottom right hand corner. See Magdalena Rourke there, and Heiko, the Austrian coach, in isolation. There is Roman, the Slovenian coach, talking to Mina. Interesting fact for you, that for those of you that don't know about this, Mina climbs pretty much entirely on walls about this big. Even for lead climbing, like Manu's doing now, he'll wander around and point, as you can see. Usually he's got a stick, and he tells her where he wants her to go, usually giving her a huge sequence to memorize before she climbs through. Fantastic coach for Slovenia. He's the guy behind Mina Markovic. Domen trains mostly alone, but does do a lot of work with Roman as well for Slovenia. Shout out to Stephen Reed joining us, saying good luck to all climbers in finals in Wujiang, the traditional capital of silk. Someone was paying attention during the intro. I like it. Modern capital of cable and optical cable. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, that everything goes well for us throughout the finals from our end. So we get things underway in a few moments' time. Big crowd here now gathering, waiting for our athletes to to join us in front of the wall. They've got a little bit of time yet to come. Roughly 5 minutes away from starting here in the finals. For those of you that missed the chat earlier on with Vincent, we're looking at an 8B plus for the women's and an 8C for the men's. 42 moves all in all in the women's, and a total of 49 in the men's here. Bert Valkenburg saying, waking up in the Netherlands and missing 2 men in the finals, Donnan and Ramon. Huh? Yeah, I think that's pretty much how a lot of people here are feeling. But a good shout out for you though at the moment. This young lady, currently in a trance-like state, waiting in the isolation. Nikki getting ready for her first senior finals with the IFSC. She's definitely zoned out now. Mental preparation here. She's already excelled her expectations here. Already a winner in her own right. Before we get started, there's Jakob wandering around as well. Here you can see some of the coaches and the athletes and the team members. They're wanting to get a little bit closer to the wall as we get started here. The river just peeping into the background there as well. So, women's on the left-hand side, men's on the right. Look at all these crazy volumes we've got going on in the middle of the wall towards this increase in the incline, all in the roof section. That's commitment for you there. Here's another unusual one for you, but Ellen Janiko out of finals as well in the women's. What's going on there? Sachi. Bob giving a shout out saying Allez la France. Three French athletes in the final here. Gauthier Super, Romain Degrange and Manuel Roman. We'll be seeing them in a short moment's time. A few minutes away now from bringing out our first finalists and starting the finals here in Wujiang. Still 2 more World Cups to come after this one in the lead season. Valence and Cran. Sean, Danara and Mina. Jakob a little bit further along as well here. All preparing. And there you can see how much of a crowd we have gathering here. Spanning back all the way to the large screens in the background. This is to the side of the wall here. Waiting for these guys to come out and do their stuff. Good morning, Europe, if you are just joining us. I hope you slept well. Something nice to wake you up here this morning. Afternoon here at the moment in Wujiang. So you're going to see it start getting a little bit dark soon. 2 minutes to 4, we are due to start at 4 o'clock with our first female athlete, Lisa Ota, waiting in the wings at the moment.
know that you freaky, girl, I keep your secret. And all the ladies don't mean nothing, you're my favorite shade. I don't like you, you can call me, baby, on my team. You can call me Big Daddy, let me call you all the time. Let me make you laugh, take them problems off your mind. 'Cause I don't wanna do all alone.
Okay, so while we are waiting, let's just have a little brief look at the women's upper section of the wall then. Some interesting stuff going on here before they get up towards the top. This is the sequencing for the final section of the wall. Yes, it looks like we've had a child let into the studio to just scribble all over the wall, but here it is. You can see here on the upper section there, when they get to 36, they then go up to 37, which is the left-hand side of the triangle, across to 38, and then back to where roughly 36 was to take the 39th. Once they've got that undercling there, they're going to then strike up for the 40th with the right, as you can see. And then it's those three big leaps. So although that looks really bizarre to look at on the route map for you at the moment, that's what they're going to do around that triangle there. It's like a little rotation there to get a better position before they then strike up for the final three big moves. That's the women's top. And this is the women's bottom as we start with our first female athlete, Risa Ota, here in our finals. Welcome to Wujiang. We are now underway, guys. This is the beginning. Risa Ota with an earlier score of 42 plus in the semi-finals, one top and 139 plus in the qualifying rounds. Risa Ota, 20 years old, from Yamaguchi, made her first final in Mokpo just recently, came 8th there, and she's here now to fight for a final again in Wujiang. And here we see the start of the route. So currently then, she's just moving over to the 11th hold now with the left hand, up for the 12th with the right. In a moment she's going to strike out over onto this volume you can see there. There's a pinch and a couple of moves there to get her up towards the top. So she's going to be going left here. The crimp there at the moment. There's the pinch underneath. Working your way up this volume then before going out to the 16th, which is the one just to the right side of the clip there, just ahead of her. Once she's got that, she's going to push up and move even further over to the left-hand side, over towards the arête. Start of this, the 8B plus women's final route, a total of 42 holds on the wall. Risa Ota here for Japan, 20-year-old athlete, currently having a bit of a rest on the 15th hold. So, Cam Harrison's clearly excited. Woo, so many volumes. It's nice to have a final at a reasonable hour. Nice to have you back, Cam. We're starting things off now with Risa Ota. So, Risa competed in the speed here as well in Wujiang, and in Haiyang in the speed there as well. And she's done a boulder so far this year as well. She did a bouldering World Cup over in Innsbruck 2013. This year came 29th there. That was a great comp. You can watch that comp online on the IFSC's YouTube channel if you wanted to. One of my highlights anyway. Here's Risa then, now moving across. That's the 19th hold she's taking there with the left. We're going to see her moving on to another set of volumes before getting over to the weird, sad face collection of volumes in the middle of the wall towards the top. Looking in again here, striking out for the erect. Risa trying to get that clip there, has given up on it, couldn't quite reach. She needs one of those Kim Jae-in judo style kicks that we see all the time where Kim knocks it swinging so that she can catch it when it comes back to her. Heel hook here on the left, allowing her a bit more security as she reaches out to try and grab that clip. A moment here as well to shake out on the 25th hold before going up for the 26th. Now we get into this weird sort of sad face. It's the only way I can describe it. Collection of volumes just ahead of her. That's going to see her through the next 8 moves when she gets up onto that one. Oh, and unfortunately a slip there, getting that heel onto the 25th hold. She was on the 26th, going up for the 27th there, so a 26 plus for Risa Ota. And we get ready to welcome our first male athlete. Unfortunately a fall there for Risa. We'll wait to see how our other athletes are going to get on. 42 holes all in all in the women's, a 26 plus for Risa. Straight on then with Naoki Shimatani, her teammate for Japan. Our male athlete now making his way into the finals in 8th place after a 33 in the semi-finals, 1 top in the qualifications and a 37 plus in the second route of the qualifications. Now starting on this, the men's route with a total of 49 holes, an 8C level of difficulty, and just to give you some perspective, he's 16 years old. Naoki Shimatani, born in Chiba, and looking at previous results, he is a World Youth Champion from earlier this year in the male Youth A category in the lead over in Canada. We only have 3 results from Naoki Shimatani. One of them is the World Youth Championships. One of them is the male Youth B lead World Youth Championships in Edinburgh in 2010, where he came 9th, so just missed out on the final there. And the other one is Mokpo last week, where he came 10th in the lead there. Improving on that here by making it through into the finals. Shocked to see Ramon Julien falling as low as he did, ended up in 17th place on the overall rankings. And now we get into this men's route then. So from the chat with Vincent that we had a little bit earlier, we have some idea what we're expecting to see here in the men's. Split into roughly 3 sections. The first part a little bit overhung, hard, technical beginning with a few slopers. He's just moved past one now. He's got the left foot on that one at the moment. No particular problem for him so far. Then we get into this roof section, then it gets really, really difficult. There's a long diagonal traverse here in this section. Every move difficult as you move up towards the 2 yellow holds towards the lip. And the pinch hold there, and especially getting up and over the lip, is going to be particularly, there we are, I'll speak properly, difficult. Got there in the end now. Traversing along the lip then, the last move not so hard, but they're going to have to be careful as they go for that last move, as they will be pretty tired by then after this powerful roof section they're about to get into. A little bit risky on the final move, graded as an 8C. 16-year-old Naoki Shimatani for Japan, making it into his first finals on a senior IFSC event. Shout out to Mr. John Ellison joining us in the Twitter, saying good morning to everyone from a very wet and cold UK. Thanks for that, John. Oh, a slip there from Naoki Shimatani at that point on the wall. Was around the 28th hole there on this one, of a total of 49. Disappointing for Naoki as he was just starting to get into that really tricky roof section. And here is the leader's chair there then at the moment at the side. Risa Ota settled into that one. Naoki about to go over and join her. Nikki van Bergen for the Netherlands comes out for her first final on the senior IFSC circuit. Despite being a frequent competitor at our events, this is it. Nikki starting to push for it now. Great stuff to see from her. young athlete from the Netherlands. Shout out to Ian as well joining us. I said thanks for that, Just John, because we go home tomorrow and I'm not looking forward to getting back to a cold, wet and windy UK. Oh dear. Johnny's just leant over and said, we are looking forward to going home though, and I will absolutely back him up on that one. Yep, it's been a fantastic but a very long 2 weeks for us. Nicky van Bergen, 21 years old, world ranked 17th, 10th on the World Cup rankings, 9th at Mokpo just recently, 9th at Briançon just recently as well, 13th at Perm and 10th at Chamonix. So close to finals, so often throughout this year. A little bit of a shape was going on in the right arm there for her then a moment ago. Let's hope it's not too much of a problem for her. High point at the moment then around 26 plus for Risa Ota. Drop knee here from Nikki. Highest result so far to date for her is in the female juniors lead European Youth Cup at Veliko Tarnovo. Back in 2011 she took a bronze medal there, and that is actually the last time she medalled as well, so this is great to see her into the finals now. I know a couple of you were joining us from the Netherlands to show some support. Shaking out a little bit here. Trying to stay on top of those arms, don't want them to get too pumped at this stage. A little bit too early for that to start happening already. Currently on the 18th hold. It's 17 and 18, when you match on it you get the 18th. She's already pretty much secured that. Shout out to Luigi, who's joining us as well. Nice to see you back with us also. Nikki looking a little bit unsure here about how she's going to push up from this 18th hold when she matches. A little bit crimpy here for her. Back into the drop knee. She likes that position there. She's got a good rest going on there. Didn't feel safe clearly by putting both hands on that one. Still doesn't feel safe despite getting that foot up there as well. Going up with the right now instead. Feet onto the volume, and that's allowing her to get up to the next stage here. Left hand up to the 19th, 20th with the right. And there we are, she's got past that point. Kept her level head there. 21-year-old athlete from Amsterdam, Nicky van Bergen, onto the arete now. Pushing up towards the 23rd hold. That's it there with the left. Heel hook on the corner. Up then onto the 24th, 25th when she matches. That's 25 now. 26 plus the high point from Risa Ota. This is good from her. Would you say that was a control of the 27th? This is the problem. She had it. She'd got it secure. I think that would probably be enough. Although that was with the left then that she took the 27th hold. She got the 26th with the right pretty secure, falling around the 27th hold, and I believe that's a little bit more control than we saw from Risa Ota. See whether the IFSC is going to give her that one. You can see the shake in her hands there. A good performance from Nikki in her first ever final. I believe, yep, as we've already lost athlete from Japan, you'll see Nikki then over to the leader's chair now with a height of 27th. Now leading the pack. Naoki's still there as we welcome our next male athlete. That's a pretty epic leader's chair, isn't it? They've got a stage and everything, and mock curtains and banners. Over to Gautier then. Frequent finalist, a man who's going to be definitely used to keeping his cool as he moves through finals. Young gentleman with an earlier score of 33 put him tied with Naoki Shimatani. But due to countback and 2 tops in the qualifying rounds, Gautier ended up in 7th place. So he's already ahead of Naoki when you go to the countback here, due to the 2 tops all the way back in the qualifying rounds. 23 years old from Colmar, world ranked 13th, World Cup ranked 7th, 9th at Mokpo just recently, 6th at Perm, 11th at Purs, 7th at Imst, 7th at Briançon, and 10th at the European Championship. So another one like Risa Ota or Nikki van Bergen so far for this year, though we've seen better results from him in the past. So far for this year has been sitting around that finals level, sometimes making it in, sometimes just missing out on our finals on the IFSC. Best results that we have so far to date on the senior circuit, a 3rd place position, a bronze medal at Zinning in 2010. Gautier Super, the first of our 3 French athletes here in the finals, starting off on this, the 8C men's route. Cam saying the women's route's looking a little bit tentative, but it's early days. We'll see how the other girls tackle it. Gautier fighting here. Up into the 2nd section now. Adrian saying Kim Jae-in will show them how it's done. Well, Adrian on countback at the moment. Kim Jae-in, for the first time in a very long time, is not leading the pack. She's a little bit further down at the moment, so she's going to have to put in a decent climb here to try and fend off Mina Markovic and Magdalena Roeg, who are ahead of her. Box 2 CV saying Allez. As Gautier Super gets on the wall now, and a shout out to Sport Climbing Oz saying the Lead World Cup's underway. Perfect Sunday evening entertainment. Gautier Super then around this sort of crimpy section here. Bit of a sloper ahead of him in the crease of the roof, and then he's going to start pushing up to where Naoki came down. That's the 23rd and 24th hold is on there. Clipping in. Hannah is back with us saying, love all the volumes, looks so cool. We haven't seen anybody move through that section yet. I'm looking forward to seeing how they get on with the middle part of the men's wall here, the roof. Very difficult, very long section of a traverse over all of these volumes. Vincent just there with the team going, I think we need more volumes here, more and more volumes. The entire middle section, just volumes. 26th hold here, 27th now. That's the 28th. This is where we lost Naoki. Up again now from Gautier. 30th hold here. 32nd is the one on the side of this red volume that you can see here, the weird ball shape. This is getting into a really tough power section here now, long traverse over these volumes, bouldery sort of style. I think we're going to see some falls around these two yellow volumes to the top right hand side as well, this big pinch that we've got there. Vincent's saying that's where he's expecting to see some difficulties, especially when it comes to moving back across the lip once you're there. .31 at the moment he's sitting around on. Here you can see the upper section of the men's route. This is where he's got to get to once he gets past this point. So he's going to go up to around the 37th, 38th, 39th hold in that upper corner there, using the arrête for the 37th, the two 38th and 39th are the pinches, and then back all the way across to the red before this very cautious finish for the male athletes around the crimps a little bit further on. Gauthier not feeling too confident here at the moment. He's got to get across and onto the ball before moving up. Taking a moment to rest. Foot coming across. Nicely done. Over to the green pinch here. Up again. 36th hold he's got now with the left hand. Leaving Naoki for dust here. Can he hold that move? Very, very scary position there. Got the three fingers on. Relying on it, but there it is, 37th, 38th. Here's the pinch now. There we go. The first of our athletes we see coming down around that crossing onto the pinch on the 39th. That'll give him a 38 plus. Gives him the new high point on the wall. Gauthier Super of France. New high point. Over to the women again then. Katharina Sarwein. What am I talking about? Katharina Posch coming out now onto the wall. Katharina Posch making it through into the finals with a score in the semis of 42 plus. Put her tied with Dinara Fakhritinova on countback after two tops from both of those athletes in the qualifying rounds, both of them coming down at 42 plus during the semi-finals. Katharina Posch now just starting off for us for Austria. Another young athlete, but one that's definitely used to being in finals by now. 19 years old from Imst, world ranked 7th. World Cup ranked 7th as well. 7th at Perm just recently. And that was just after she took a silver medal at the World Youth Championships over in Canada. Shout out to Commander as well. I know that you're trying to tune in all the way over from Canada. Our organiser from the World Youth Championships this year. Silver medal also for this young athlete on the European Youth Championship in Imst this year also. 7th place at Briançon in the lead seniors category there. So has made finals twice already this year, while still competing at the World Youth and European Youth level as well. This is Katharina Posch now. We are about to see getting onto the wall. How's everyone doing? Get in touch with us. You can do, bottom right hand corner, IFSC WC on Twitter.
决赛攀爬，大家可能都不会太考虑时间的因素，只会想到更细腻、更慢，重点要更高。是的，一般都不会用到8分钟时间。所以都很小心翼翼，怕出现失误。对，因为决赛呢只有一次机会出现失误，太可惜了。对对，支点的开口的方向，包括大小，在我们 完全不一样的，对。所以你身临其境的时候，可能会发现很多不一样的问题。刚才的计划的这个动作，可能到上面发现，不行不了了。所以这个时候真的可以用纠结这个词来形容。对，所以他的大脑必须灵活的运用起来，必须快速的运转起来。所以攀岩运动真的现在很多青少年很喜欢，就是因为它不仅是可以让你更独立、更强大、更健壮，更多的是还能让你变得更聪明，更会去思考。那我们在我们江浙地区的青少年运动推广也是非常快的，而且我们这个吴江的比赛场地也是。
Katharina moving through that section, we saw Nikki van Bergen hesitating on relative ease here. Didn't take too long figuring out where she wanted to go with it. Now up towards the arête. Shout out to Dinesh Silva saying allez to all the climbers from Team Singapore Polytechnic Rock Climbers. Awesome Sunday to watch some lead climbing. Thank you for being with us from Singapore. Shout out to Brad as well joining us. 2:30 a.m. and wide awake, let's see some climbing. And the circuit climbing getting in touch saying the final route's looking fun. Should be a good evening of World Cup viewing. Nice to be in the right time zone for once. Not sure about the word right there, but we'll talk about that later. Katharina Posch then, moving up now. That's 26. This is the all-important move, guys. Doesn't look too comfortable here. A little bit of a shake going on in the elbow. A 26 plus again. So I believe we'll still have Nikki sitting on that leader's chair at the moment. She doesn't look like she's about to move, Nikki. Yet another 26 plus for Katharina Posch. Who's going to be the first one to make 27? Or, well, 27 plus, because it's looking like Nikki has been awarded that 27 at the moment. On the women's. Over to another French athlete now, Manuel Ramon of France. Another one who's no stranger to a final. High Point resting with his teammate at a 38 plus at the moment. Can he best it? We get started with Manu. His climb for the finals. We still have Ramon de Grange yet to come for you as well. France putting in a strong performance here in Wujiang. Manuel Ramon, 25 years old, from Briançon, world ranked 7th, World Cup ranked 5th so far this year though. 7th at Mokpo just recently, 7th at Perm, 5th at Purs, 9th at Imst, and 5th at Briançon. Also came 4th at the European Championships this year. Highest result for him so far, 2nd place position at Briançon on home turf back in 2011. Had that injury in 2012, had to take most of the season out, but he's back and going strong here in 2013. Still plenty more huge names in climbing still yet to come for you in both men's and women's. That's 23 and 24 now for him. Total of 49 all in all. fighting with the volume here. He's on the 26th hold there. Crimp-like hold on the side of this ball volume here. Got a better hold ahead of him on the undercling here. He can get his feet over to the other side as well. 27th. You see, swinging the feet across, and here we go with this huge volume section in the middle. There's the sad face I'm on about on the women's. Can you see it? Those volumes? That's the sad face bit, that is. Mano, onto the 32nd here. Oh, sorry, 31st. 32nd is the smaller crimp you can see on the red ball. That's the 31st just above it. This is the one that Gautier was a little bit reluctant to get onto. Took a rest here, exactly as Mano is doing at the moment. On to the next then. 33rd here. 34th. And 5th. Actually, that's 6th there that he's got. Clipping in here. He's got to get over to this side. He's starting to approach the pinch that brought down Gautier. 37. Is he going to use a heel hook on the arete here, or is he going to bypass it completely? Looking like he's keeping his feet towards the left at the moment. Here comes the heel hook with the right. No, down again. Back again as well. And there it is again. We are definitely seeing our crooks on the wall here. The pinch. Exactly the same as Gautier a few moments ago. Manu, though, due to countback, will now take the leader's chair. 38 plus, exactly like we saw from Gautier. And next athlete, Dinara Fakhretdinova of Russia on the women's wall. Now, are any of our female athletes going to be able to get past the 26 plus 27 mark on this wall? Is Dinara going to be the first one of those athletes to do so? Brad Phelps saying it looks like an unimpressed face. An unimpressed face. I'm hoping that's not a reflection on your own personal mood right now, Brad. Fakhretdinova, 20 years old, from Salavat, currently lives in Gubkinski. World ranked 6th, World Cup ranked 6th. 6th at Perm, 4th at Purs, 5th at the bouldering in Munich this year, also 8th at Imst, 4th at Briançon, gold medal at Chamonix. She also just recently did very well at the Masters competition in Haiyang, if any of you guys saw that one. We did broadcast the lead competition in Haiyang as well. It wasn't a lead World Cup, but you'll still be able to have a little look at it. Just at the Speed World Cup in Haiyang, covered the Masters as well. Brad saying, whenever Dinara climbs, I'm more than impressed, all the way to the top. Nice comeback, Brad. Interesting point to point out about Dinara as well. World Cup rankings at the end of 2011, she was 34th. 34th at the end of World Cup rankings 2011. At the end of the World Cup rankings in 2012, she was 7th. That's quite an impressive turnaround. Shooting up there. Over to the arete now. Starting to push onto this next volume section here on the left-hand side. And then when she crosses over to the unimpressed slash gloomy slash sad face in a little while, that's just where the 26th and 27th holds are resting that have cost our athletes so far on that point. Stephen Reed saying it's a Chinese Mona Lisa face, which is a mouthful to say as a presenter. '25th hold here. This is it. This is Dinara going for the lead. Taking a moment to rest at present. These next two moves all important for her. On countback, Dinara tied with Katharina Posch. But it is still Nikki van Bergen that is sitting on top of that chair just beside the wall. Well, there it is, guys, you know, just making it look really easy. Like there's no issue at all with that move. Straight up onto the Mona Lisa face. 28th and 29th hold now. Just without incident. So without incident that I didn't even register it as it happened. On to the next one. 30th hold here with the right hand. That's something to be impressed about, Brad. Here we go. A little bit shaky there with the feet as she started to move across. Looking a bit uncomfortable here, going back down. She's trying to get a knee bar in there with the right. I'm not sure whether she's actually using it at the moment. Currently resting back around the 29th hold. She's already taken the 30th, and there she goes with the 30th again. Reaching up now for the pinch there for 31. Fighting her way up the nose of the face. Big move, couldn't quite lock onto it. That is a 32 plus. And our new high point in the female athletes here. Dinara Thakritinova, fantastic performance there from her. New high point, 32 plus. Our next athlete for the women will be Momoka Oda. We'll wait to see how she gets on with that one. Kudos and hats off to Nikki van Bergen, though, for having the high point for such a long amount of time there in her first final. Clearly showing that wasn't just an early fall for her. It's a tricky move there. Apparently not so for Dinara, but there we are. Ramon de Grange then, from one European champion onto the next. Ramon de Grange with a 33 plus and 2 tops earlier in the qualifications. 33 plus in the semi-finals, put him in tied 5th with Manuel Ramon coming into these finals. De Grange, 31 years old, one of the older athletes here, same age as Ramonate. World ranked 6th, World Cup ranked 6th, 5th at Mokpo, 5th at Perth, 4th at Pers, 8th at Imst. Plenty of finals here behind his belt. Adrian saying that sad face is almost taunting the girls, as if saying, you can try, but better luck next time. I'd almost agree with that one. Maybe Vincent has done that deliberately. Dinara managing to just get past it though, couldn't quite get onto that sloper on the left-hand side, but that was another one of the big moves Vincent's doing this. He's getting them to go through crimps and all this power-based compression sort of side of things when these athletes, the female athletes, are fighting their way up the face, and then all of a sudden he's opening it right out so that for the final section of the wall, particularly the last 3 moves, we'll get to see them later on I hope, are very, very big. It could cause some issues for Kim Jae-in a little bit later on. Smaller athletes there having to really stretch between those last 3 moves. For now though, over onto the men's and Ramon de Grange.
会更省力，是的，对，所以有的攀爬动作你会觉得很优美、很漂亮。哎，比如说我们很多的中国也有喜欢的西班牙的一名队员，西班牙的名将 Ramo， 他攀爬的过程就很漂亮。
25th there with the left hand.
当然，现场也来到我们现场观看其他运动员的比赛。好的，我们看这个动作，哎。 好像这个动作，他的使用的方式就没有前一个那么暴力了。对，不一样，不一样。有的时候不需要暴力。
Looking confident so far. Wedging that knee in a little bit as well. Allowing himself a bit of a rest here, not spending too long. Oh, there we go. He's just switching. Toe hook. Back again with the other hand. 31st hold ahead of him. There it is with the right hand. 32nd on this red volume. Hemisphere. Foot across. Moving with a good deal of confidence here. Ramon looking very, very good as he's climbing. Very controlled. Like he's going to have a bit of a stretch out here as well. He's assessing the next part of the wall. Now what's he going to do with his feet here? Next 2 moves are the big one. Gautier and Manu both coming down at the same point. This is the move. And yes, on to the next one. Very nice. Heel hook here. Can he hold it? Yes, he can. You can see how narrow that pinch gets there. It looks like it's wider than it is. Unfortunately, we lose him straight after it. But still, impressive to see him pushing higher there. You can see that narrow pinch. I believe up to the 42nd at that point.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome next the relay athlete number 43, Mokpo from Japan. Welcome you. 也下一位出场的女子运动员是在半决的排名并列第3位的林子，3号来自日本的小田桃花，非常年轻，19岁，目前是排名。
I believe that was a 42 there for Ramon de Grange. It's definitely our new high point. Anyway, we then move over onto our next female athlete, Momoka Oda, young lady who's been very quietly just starting to creep up on Kim Jae-in and Mina Markovic as a consistent bronze medalist. Sometimes higher as well. Moika getting in touch saying good luck Mina and Urban. Still to come a little bit later on. Momoka Oda then 19 years old. Now here are these bronze medals just to show you. She's world ranked 3rd at the moment. She's World Cup ranked 3rd as well from Yamaguchi. Bronze medals at Mokpo, Perm and Purs so far this year. Silver medal at Imst this year. And also 2 5th places in the bouldering, and also a silver medal at Chongqing in the bouldering this year as well. Momoka Oda, not one to be dismissed, more than capable of challenging the 2 at the top of our leaderboards here. Exceptionally talented young athlete.
好的，继续关注我们的比赛。我们这位非常年轻的运动员，哇，在面对这个难点，看来怎么处理？年轻的选手更有冲劲，但相对经验来说会弱一点。但是这个都不一定，主要看他的状态的发挥。没错。攀爬的过程并不快，也不急，很稳定。难度攀爬跟我们速度有着最大的区别。我们也看到我们
Shout out to Jan, saying hi from Sacramento. Cool routes for men and women. Glad you like them. Nice to see you joining us. Mokpo Oda now starts to fight up the women's route. I don't think we've seen the most exciting point of the women's route yet. Well, we kind of have with Dinara over the face. But it's the top that I want to see going on here. These big stretch moves that they're getting into at the last few. Vincent's set there to challenge them. For the men's as well, we are seeing that interesting reverse traverse, just to confuse things. They go all the way across on one side, and when they get to the pinch, they go all the way back across the lip. Now that lip and crossing there, I think, is going to be an interesting point as well. We saw Ramon de Grange just trying to get into that one then. Shout out to Sheila.
身体的姿态要站立起来，要找到一个合适角度。没错，身体的重心不能往下坠，一定要紧贴岩壁。所以我们这些攀岩运动员在合力去热身的过程当中，我们也看到了，几乎是每个运动员都在尝试的一项。
Oh, and unfortunately, Mokpo Oda going down there, which is putting Dinara in a very good position at the moment. Mokpo crossing there past the really tricky one that's cost the first three female athletes their attempts. Breezing past that with relative ease, getting onto the 28th hold here. And that's when she came down, reaching for the 28th. So I believe that's around a 27 plus for Oda. Just bringing Dinara one step closer to the medals at the moment. Aban next up, Aban Primozic of Slovenia in the finals. We've replaced Domen. Thought he'd had enough of finals so far this year, would give Aban a shot. No, Aban's been climbing very, very well throughout these semi-finals. And the qualifying rounds. Actually, no, Aban actually had a pretty tough time in the qualifying rounds. When it comes to countback, he hasn't got much to rely on here. Most of the athletes, in fact all but Naoki Shimatani, have two tops that are making it through into the finals, all but Shimatani and Aban. Aban without a single top. Even Naoki Shimatani had one top in the qualifying rounds. Aban with a 32 plus and a 40 in the qualifiers, a 34 plus in the semi-finals. Cannot rely on countback here. He's got to put in a really decent performance, try and get as high as he possibly can. Not that they don't try and do that anyway, I'm just saying that countback won't be an issue for him in the positive light anyway. Aban, 21 years old, from Kran, world ranked 16th, World Cup ranked 21st. And the last time we saw Aban, he came 9th in Kran 2012, towards the finals there. Last time we saw him in the finals and doing well was in Kran in 2011, where he came 5th. And other than that, and a couple of results at the Rockmaster, most of Aban's previous results are on the Juniors Lead, European Youth Cups and World Youth Championships. So great to see him here in another final. It's been a while. Sheila giving us the Mona Lisa unsmiley face for the fact that Momoka is looking like she's out of the medals this time. I know, Sheila, disappointment. She's had quite the run this year, though. Still 2 more World Cups to come as well. She's currently sitting in 3rd on the overall World Cup rankings and world rankings. Let's hope that she can get a medal at the end of the year for the overall. Aban Primozic now moving into the boulder section in the middle. 26th hold is on here at the moment. Andreas saying good luck to Magda and Jakob. Still to come. Magda sitting in 2nd. Jakob in tied 1st with Sean McCall with a height of 36 plus in the semi-finals. 2 tops on count back to the qualifications. A possibility it could come down to time there if they both top. Cheeky knee bar here, Aban. Well, the male athletes have definitely found their resting position. Come on, Aban. Heel hook here. Could be risky. There's not much on that 32nd hold. Tiny little crimp-like hold there. He's gone for it anyway, and at the moment he's looking okay. It's looking like he's smearing a little bit with the toe and wedging it between the 32nd. Up and out. Onto this next one. Quickly moving on to the 38th hold here. He's got to be careful around this pinch. Can he hold it? Can he hold it? Oh, and unfortunately, moving on there around the 40th hold, which he did take and then moved up again for the 41st. So I'm thinking he's going to get a 40 plus for that. Which at the moment puts him in 2nd place. Not a bad place to be at the moment. Good performance there from Aban. Who's going to give us our first top then? What are we thinking? We have Kim Jae-in now about to emerge onto the wall. We've also got Magdalena Roak, Mina Markovic yet to climb. For the men's then, still waiting to come out and show us how it's done. We have Sachiyama, Jakob Schubert and Sean McCall. It's going to get good, guys. Not that it hasn't been good already, but this is where it's going to get really exciting. This is going to be division of the medals from this point onwards. Kim Jae-in for Korea. Earlier result of 49 put her in tied 3rd place with Momoka Oda after 2 tops in the qualifications and a 49 in the semis. Behind Magdalena Roak and Mina Markovic. Mina Markovic, the only female athlete so far, in fact the only athlete, male or female, that's managed to top every single route set here by Vincent and his team. Mina's looking for a good one here. Gold recently in Mokpo due to a time difference. A gold at the Masters in Haiyang. Shout out to Haikal getting in touch saying, an awesome way to spend my Sunday, to watch lead climbing. And Brad Phelps saying that pinch is brutal. Nice finger strength. It was, I thought, from Aban then. It looked like 2 or 3 moves before that, actually. When he struck out with the right hand for the 37th, it looked a little bit risky there, like he might be coming down. Then he went straight up to the 38th and managed to hold the pinch long enough to get himself over onto the erect edge of the volume to the left-hand side, and then struck up and was going for 41 when he fell. Currently putting him in 2nd place. Sheila saying Ramon de Grange in the lead, but 3 still to climb. Nails will be non-existent shortly.
这也让我们的画面更精彩。谢谢我们的摄像老师，辛苦了。同时上面显示着我们的国际攀联的 logo IFSC， 同时也会有时间显示1分47.48。对。那么现场的各位观众朋友们，如果您的亲友及家人没有能够到现场观看我们的比赛，也可以通过国际攀岩联合会的网站及我们的人民网观看我们的比赛。谢谢。攀岩运动这几年的发展非常的迅猛，跑动速度也非常快。没错，每次比赛的进行，通过我们中央舞台呀、我们的人民网、我们这些央视媒体、地方媒体的，包括国际攀联的直听网站的大力的传播，是的，不仅是让更多人看到攀岩竞技的魅力，同时同步也跟大家推荐了美丽的吴江。没错，更多人了解，哇，我们的吴江这么漂亮，能够举办这样的国际性的赛事，是的。所以说，我相信明年很有可能有更多的运动员来到我们的吴江参加我们的世界杯。是的，当然每次比赛也感谢我们的赞助商，我相信这个收获也是多丰的，没错，是更大的传播者。比如说我们的吴江。
Kim Jae-in moving into the roof here then.
这几个大字时刻出现在电视机的面前，没错。
Slow climb here for her, as per usual, but an incredible amount of control. We saw in the semi-finals, for the first ever time from me in my eyes, a shake from Kim Jae-in at one move. I'm used to seeing the sudden fall from her, and it's either that or a top normally from Kim Jae-in. Don't usually see the shake kicking in. Got herself into a tricky position during the semi-finals, and that's what placed her in tied third with Momoko Oda. Let's hope she can keep fighting here, as she's now up to the 24th and 25th hold.
我们在上午的半决赛也提到，目前他们的韩国名将金智人，家里的2个哥哥都是攀岩的运动员，而且老大就是他们的教练，带领弟弟和这个是妹妹一起训练，是的，获得过非常多的荣誉，没错。说到了这个青出于蓝胜于蓝，我们的金氏攀登家族当中的弟弟也是比哥哥的成绩更为骄人，对，闯入了多次世界级别赛事的决赛，是的。在我们中国也有很多这样的兄弟啊姐妹，攀岩很厉害，没错。对，比如说速度名将我们的钟启兴和钟林才，钟氏兄弟。对，还有我们的女子的何翠芳、何翠莲，何氏姐妹。对，包括还有我们的速度男子的李冠旭、李冠普。
30th hold here.
太多了。
Up to the pinch, 31st with the left. Women's high point currently at 32 plus with Dinara Fakhretdinova. This next move, that's 32. This next move is going to see the 33rd taken and a change to the podium positioning at the moment, if Kim Jae-in can get there. She's just going to take a rest here. Yep. Just taking a rest. And there's the gold medal position at the moment, with 2 more yet to climb. That secures her at least a medal here in Wujiang. Up again, 34th then, a total of 42 here. She's still got some work to do if she wants to see a top. Cross under for 35. Over to 36 now. You can see just creeping in there with the 2 chalk marks on it. There it is. Some footwork to be going on here. And we're getting into some big moves here now. More athletic style towards the top. 37 now. Foot on the toe here, 38th up to the right hand side. There it is. These are the big moves. A bit of a shake in the right leg, and there it is. Bit of a shake in the right leg. That was popping for the 40th hold. And that's possibly because she didn't go back for 39, which is what we were talking about earlier. We'll try and show you that again in a moment. We'll have a little look at that one. She was going up for the 40th, but she didn't take the 39th by the look of things there, which was the weird triangle shape that Vincent was on about earlier on. So I'm not sure whether that's going to give her a 38 plus or a 39th plus. Either way, it's the new high point for us. As we welcome Sachiyama here for a moment, he's just about to start his climb. While that's happening, we're going to have a brief look here. At that point, we just saw Kim Jae-in at. We're going to have a look at that in just a second. We'll show you that route map and the way you have to come back down again to get a lock-on position with the 39th before going up for the 40th. It looked like Kim Jae-in just missed that one there for a moment, and that's what's cost it her. It's got to be counterintuitive because it's like what it is. It's going backwards before you can carry on. Sachi starting off then. We will show you that that route map again in a few moments. For now, Sachiyama, 34 plus in the semi-finals and 2 tops back into qualifications, put him in 3rd place coming into the finals. Sachiyama started this year on top of the world rankings. He's now fighting his way back up there. 24 years old, world ranked 2nd, World Cup ranked 1st. Gold medal at Mokpo, silver medal at Purs. Confusing. 6th at the men's bouldering World Cup in Munich, and a gold medal at Imst. This is all this year. Silver medal at Briançon as well. Sachiyama seeing him on top of the World Cup rankings at present, and here he is now in the finals. About to show us how it's done. Okay, lots of things coming in on what happened just with Kim Jae-in. John Vega saying that face volume is just awesome. Bert Volkenberg saying, in your face, Mona Lisa. Kim Jae-in was here, you can smile now. Brad saying Kim Jae-in climbs like an angel with no useful wings. Sad we didn't see the top, but hopefully we'll still see a medal. And Cam saying pretty much the same thing. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's enough for a win for Kim. A lot of support for her pouring in here. We wait to find out as we now move on to Sachiyama, moving up at present onto the 26th hold as he gets into this middle section now, this more boulder-based progression through the sequencing here. And in a second we're going to show you this route map. Now that Sachi's into the midsection, here he is on the wall. Now you can see the big purple circle on the women's, which is the yellow wall there to his left-hand side as Sachi moves across this midsection here. Let's show you the moves that are intended here. Sachi over to the pinch. He's going for that heel hook as well that we saw from Van earlier on. There you go. There you can see what's happening here. So they're supposed to go up to one side and climb in this strange triangle. Can you see it a little bit lower down? It's almost like there's an invisible volume on the wall there. That's the 39th they're supposed to take there, the lower green one. Take that before going up for that purple circle, which is the 40th hold, and these last 3 big, reaching, athletic-based moves. You need enough power in reserve to get there at the last. Back over then to Sachi, who's about to go for the pinch. Sloper into this brutal pinch, as Brad said a few moments ago. It is pretty narrow, you can see it there. Sachi just taking it like it's another hold here, and he's pushing up again now as well. This is good for him. 42nd now he's on here, 43rd over onto the next one. Sachi looking good at the moment. This is the point that I was saying was going to be the most interesting, and here you can see crazy positioning going on by Sachi. Up again with another one, 44 here, reaching for 45, 44 plus, Sachi Ama putting him on top again here now. 44 plus is now putting him in the gold medal position here. Ramon de Grange in second with a 42, and Urban in the bronze medal slot with a 40 plus. Great performance there from Sachi. Still no tops, men's or women's. Are we going to see one? Here we go.
Okay, next, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome number 02, Magdalena from Austria.
As we welcome Magdalena Roek, a penultimate female athlete, out onto the field now. Roek with a 51 plus earlier in the semi-finals, the only athlete to have fallen there. Right before the top. Unfortunately, she was going for the top when she came down. Put her in second place after 2 tops in the qualifying rounds as well. Roek, 19 years old, from Landeck, world ranked 5th, World Cup ranked 5th as well. Her and Momoka Oda around about the same league of climber, coming up from the junior circuit onto the senior and making a massive name for themselves recently. So here we are then. Sheila, thank you for that one. They're giving her a 38 plus at the moment by the look of things, Kim Jae-in, despite the fact she was pushing for the 40th hold. Because she bypassed that 39th by coming back, it's sticking with a 38 plus at the moment by the look of things. Thanks for the heads up there, Sheila. It's between the 38 and the 39. Brad saying Sachi looked awesome, earned him a bronze at the least. You see what I mean about going across that lip at the top, all that crazy positioning Sachi had to get himself in? Feet just going everywhere. And of the 2 more male athletes yet to climb, we have Jakob Schubert and Sean McCall in tied first place position with the 36 plus in the semi-finals. It's going to be really interesting to see after this boulder section whether they can keep enough back, keep on to enough energy to fight along that lip like Sachi just did. Both of these guys, the next 2 guys, have been on the boulder circuit throughout the year this year. A couple of them having a difficult transition as they've started into the lead season, now starting to hit a really nice stride. And let's hope they've got enough endurance in them to fight for the top on the men's route here. We'd love to see one. That's the ideal. Magdalena Roek here then now. .22nd hold here with the right hand. .23rd. Haven't seen any athletes really having too much difficulty around this section. But we are about to have that 26th, 27th crossover that pipped 3 of the female athletes earlier on. Magdalena having a moment to shake out here. This is a fast climb as well. She's only used 2 minutes 40 so far. Already hitting the halfway point. She's got 8 with which to climb it. Up again and up again here. Straight onto the face. 28th and 29th in the middle here. Up again then to the 30th. Going over to the pinch in a few moments' time to take 31. The grey pinch just ahead of her to the left. So feet out here. Didn't pinch. She's gone for a crimp there on that one. Pinching with the right hand. Was that a bit of a shake there in the right arm? This is a big move now for her. She's got it still as well. 33. Pushing her ahead of Dinara now. And into the 2nd place position. Unfortunately they're just going up for the 35th. That gives her a 34 plus and currently puts her in 2nd place. So Kim Jae-in secured at least the silver medal here. Dinara Fakhritanova is going to be freaking out now as we get ready to welcome Mina Markovic in a moment. Dinara currently sitting in the bronze medal position. We've still got Mina yet to climb. These are our current leaders then, Kim Jae-in and Sachiyama. It's a very royal winner's seat, isn't it? Apart from Sachi with his hood. Sean Mokpo then, the first of our tied first place position athletes with a 36 plus from the semi-finals. Athlete from Canada, currently living in France, classically trained pianist, climbing wizard. Now I know I keep saying it, but I think it is worth mentioning this new sort of style that Sean has adapted over the last few lead World Cups this year. He's become very fast, as you're probably seeing now. His speed climbing has excelled as well. Maybe that's got something to do with it, I don't know, but he's pushing the 9-second barrier now, when last year he was around the 11-second barrier. Sean competes in every discipline of climbing, as you do, but you can see the speed he's moving at here. Now this is an interesting new technique that he started to develop. Sometimes he can get pumped and it just loses it there at different points. We're seeing kind of almost a bit of a flash pump going on from him as well, where he'll just very suddenly just get very, very tired. And we're hoping that with a longer route like this one, it's pretty long actually, it's 49 moves all in all, but there's a lot of weaving left to right, some difficult boulder section in the middle. Let's hope that Sean doesn't get too tired around the boulder section, which he should be able to deal with relatively easily because he's used to that bouldering style. It's going to be the endurance here, if anything, that's going to cause some issues for him. And I say if anything because we could very easily see a top here from Sean. Let's hope he gives it to us. 23 and 24 here now then. Starting to push into the boulder base roof. He's got that rest coming up ahead of him as well, so he might be gunning for the rest position at the moment. And that's why he's climbing so fast. But you can see here he's 1.75 minutes and he's already over halfway. They have 8 minutes, these athletes. Sean does not hang around. What do we think of this new style that we're seeing from Sean as well, guys? Of course, for this particular circumstance, Sean knows he has to climb fast because him and Jakob are tied all the way back to the qualies. Both with tops in the qualifications, both with a 36 plus in the semi-finals. Both of the athletes know they have to put in a fast climb here, so that's another reason Sean is climbing fast. But to be honest, it's not an unusual thing for him recently. Taking that rest point now. Cam saying Sean has always been this fast a climber, or at least in the couple of years I've been watching. Interesting point of view. I don't remember him being this fast last year. Another point here now, 3 minutes is all he's taken at the moment, and he's now resting on the 37th hold. That's the 38th. This pinch is a tricky one though. But he's got it so far. That's the 40th now. 41st. Sachiyama with a high point of 44 plus at the moment. Sean gunning for it now. 42nd here. Tricky positioning. 43rd. Here come the crazy feet. Oh, and it looked like he was going to go for it, but just couldn't quite. He's got that smile on his face at least there. There you go. Now I believe that's 43 for Sean, which is still putting Sachi on top of the pile at the moment. Didn't look like Sean actually managed to get up to the 44th there, or like he was even pushing past the 43rd. Could be a 43 plus. We'll wait to see what the judges give him. Currently, that puts him in second place, knocking Ramon de Grange down into the bronze medal spot. Is Ramon going to be able to hold on to that when we go back across and welcome Jakob Schubert in a few moments' time? Mina Markovic now out, though, for Slovenia. The circuit saying Sean has a great style for spectators, much more fun to watch than someone resting every move. I would agree with that one as well, and backing that up, Brad N. Phelps is saying, I think Sean shows true showmanship with his speed. His popularity is soaring as well, and that's probably to do with the fact that he does always give a show. I remember in Purs just recently, that crazy dyno onto one hand in that insane 8C plus difficulty final route that we had there. It was an awesome final. But yes, this fast style proving popular by the look of things, and just as effective. There you see, you know, up into the second place slot. Only one move behind Sachi. And so now it boils down to this. Now Mina will know that Kim hasn't topped. So it's not necessarily about a race here. I know she's not really supposed to know because she's been in isolation, but she'll know from the reaction, from hearing the crowd. She might have even had a chat to Kim Jae-in when she's just come over onto the leader's chair here to say how did it go. So now she doesn't have to rush all the time. For now, she can just secure a top, and that is enough to take her gold. So I've just been told at the moment Jakob is just taking his harness off and he's just gone back into the ISO for a moment while we are with Mina. It's because we have a broken hold on the men's wall at the moment. If it's number 43, that could have been the reason Sean came down then, I'm not entirely sure. And yep, Sheila confirming the 43 plus for Sean at the moment. So we might have a little bit of a delay while we get up and fix a broken hold on the men's wall before we see our final climb today, Jakob Schubert. At which point we can all get together and have a big long chat about what we've seen so far and what we're expecting to see for the final climb, and that'd be nice. Brad saying Adam Andre is another climber who's climbing with more speed and doing well with it as well. Sean and Adam doing the same sort of style at the moment. So I've just had confirmation that, yeah, there will be a short break after Mina Markovic's climb here, and that is to replace this hold. It wasn't the hold that he fell on, it was a lower one. So there we are, no issues with Sean's score, it will remain at a 43 plus. Graham pointing out as well that with a tie here, Mina would win on countback anyway. You know what that is, Graham, don't you? I'm so used to saying that these guys are all about time. It's the men's, I apologise, that we're talking about time for this one. 36 plus for Jakob and for Sean. Could have made it about time were they both to have topped. I'm just so used to saying it's about time for Mina and Kim Jae-in at the moment. It happened in Perm, it happened in Mokpo just recently as well. Perm turned out not to be a problem as Kim Jae-in got the top in there. Mina Markovic managed to climb faster in Mokpo. So it's gone back and forth between those two athletes at the moment. Mina looking good here at the moment though. 33rd hold here now at the moment. Up to 34th. Now, is Mina going to be able to spot this crazy cycling back that has to happen to get the 39th hole before pushing for 40th? This is up again now and looking good as she takes the 36th. That's the 37th. Very close to Kim here. Shaking out a little bit here. Plenty of time still left on the clock. 3 whole minutes. Up again here, 38. She's got to get the 39th before she goes for the 40th. It's going to be risky, and nope. And that's because of the 39th. It looks like you need a tow hook or something there to give you a little bit of extra traction to get you onto the wall. So, no tops, but same score as Kim Jae-in on countback. Yet again, Mina Markovic takes a gold. And there we have our podium for the women's. While we take a brief break to find out what the podium's going to be for the men's. Mina Markovic taking the gold here then. Kim Jae-in taking the silver. And it is Magdalena Roek who will be going home with the bronze medal here. After a fantastic final here. High five with the band. And here we are with lots of people at the bottom of the wall figuring out what they're going to be doing here to fix this problem before we have our final male athlete. There you see, friendly all the way there. Laughing about the fact that they came down at the same point. Nice to see these two chatting. OWK saying great job Maggie, second podium this year on the IFSC, and good luck to Jakob Schubert. Braden Phelps asking what happens if a climber falls due to a broken hold, and Graham Alderson straight in there like a demon with an answer. Graham Alderson, our IFSC technical delegate for most of the bouldering, all of the bouldering in fact this year, saying they get another go. So hopefully that answers that one for you as well. Bert Volkenberg saying if Sean can slow down a little bit, maybe he can find a rest for those final key moments. In Mokpo he did the same, it wasn't needed. Interesting. Braden Phelps saying great job Mina. Bummer no one solved the puzzle. Solve the Mona Lisa code though, as a link to the Da Vinci Code. Bad joke? Bad joke? Bad joke. Moving swiftly on. Mina Markovic then sitting on the leader chair. Next to Sachi at the moment. So at the moment, waiting with the winners of the seat. Let's see what's happening here. As we wait for this hole to be fixed and we start to bring out Jakob Schubert in a few moments' time. Well, as we are waiting, thought I'd do you all a nice little bit of a favour and run out here and see if we can have a chat to these guys waiting at the front of the wall. I'm going to go over to Mina first of all, while she has a little bit of a drink, and we're going to have a chat. Is that okay?
Yeah.
How are you?
Really happy, I can tell you.
So Asia's been pretty good to you then overall?
Yeah, definitely, it's been really well. Maybe this climbing wasn't so fluid and everything, but I admit that I had quite big pressure in my head and I climbed really static and secure, so that's why the moves were made with little too much power as it would need to be.
Do you think it's more pressure or less pressure being the only athlete that's managed to top everything beforehand? I mean, you topped everything in the qualies, you topped the semi-final route, you were the only one, you were leading the pack all the way through. Do you think that's more or less pressure than the times, say, when you and Kim Jae-in are tied and it becomes about time?
No, definitely. If you're the only one who topped the semi-final route, it's a big advantage, and you can go more relaxed into finals. But I still knew that route is not really simple, and I will need to put quite a lot into it if I want to climb it. And definitely, I wanted to make a good performance and make a first place to get back in the battle.
So talk to me a little bit about Kim Jae-in and you two having a chat just on the bottom of the wall. Were you talking about that sequence on the top and about what you were thinking you would have done if you had a second attempt at it?
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about this. We were also talking if we were pumped or it was just a move. And we both were quite the same, that it was long and hard move, quite hard to stick. But I still think it would be possible. But like we said, also she admitted that we both climb under pressure.
Well, okay then, I'm going to have to let you go. I've got Vincent saying we need to move on, but thank you, Mini, for a brief chat now. I'll speak to you at the end.
Okay, thank you.
We'll speak to Sachi as well a little bit later on, but for now we're going to get moving on with Jakob Schubert. So I'm going to go back round into the desk and we get ready to welcome our Austrian final athlete. So, we are back. We get ready to welcome Jakob. Okay, Jakob Schubert coming out now. Sheila asking, as we're not going on YouTube, will we get replays of this? I'd like to see what happened to Ramon and Hélène in semis. Of course you will. Of course you will. Always, Sheila. So, Jakob Schubert with a chance to try and pip Sachi Ama to the gold medal slot here. Very intensive. Nice to grab a quick word with Mina Markovic there. Just taking the gold medal, like she did back in Mokpo and like she did in Wujiang at the Masters competition there as well. Cam saying so hard to split Kim and Markovic. They're clearly in another league. The crowd falls to a hush as Jakob starts his climb here. Tied with Sean after the semis, both athletes with 36 plus and two tops in the qualifications for both of these athletes. Jakob Schubert, our world champion of lead climbing, definitely with the ability to do this. So we were talking about Sean and Jakob and their climbing styles, you know, having the power and the bolder sort of style of things as well. We knew that they were both going to have the right stylistic definition to be able to make their way through that mid-traverse section. We're hoping that Jakob will do the same here, but then it becomes about endurance in the final section. About your positioning as you start to move across the lip towards the end. Schubert, only 22 years old. He's world ranked #1. He's World Cup ranked 3rd at the moment. He came 4th at Mokpo, just missed out on a medal there. Took the silver at Perm this year, the gold at Purs. Took the silver medal at Imst as well this year. And that's after a very successful season on the bouldering also. Jakob at the start of his climb here. Up now to the 26th hold. 44 plus the one to beat. If he ties with Sean, it'll be about time. At the moment he is climbing slower than Sean, as Sean was on 1 minute 45 when he took this 26th hold. Jakob's pacing himself for the long run here, shaking out a little bit. Now he gets into this boulder section. Up to the 27th, walking across. Pinches the 28th there, wedging into the corner, up and over for, this is the 30th here. And we'd imagine that he'd be taking a rest about now. The circuit saying curious to see if Jakob can clip if he gets to where Sachi and Sean got to. I couldn't see how they could clip, and they both realized it. Yeah, I can see which one you're on about. In between 41 and 43 there is a clip there on the wall. There you can see it just sort of dangling down in between the triangular volume and the green hold that we lost Sean on, which is the 43rd. Pacing himself here. Here comes the tricky pinch. Let's hope he's got enough here. He's got a pinch going on that sloper. Can he hold it? Can he hold it? Yes, and up to the next one now. Come on. This is it, Jakob. 41 at the moment, and going up for the 42nd. Jakob Schuber comes down again, and it is yet again Sachi Ama who takes the overall gold here. We see Sean McCall taking the silver, up from taking the bronze. In fact, Sean and Jakob from Mokpo have just jumped up a level on each of them. Jakob took the 4th place at Mokpo, he's now taking the bronze. Sean took the bronze, he's now taking the silver, but we are still with our 2 winners. There they are on the chair, and Sachiyama yet again with another gold. Both of these athletes on the chairs have taken both of the golds available in the Lead World Cups over here in China and Korea. Nice to see the 2 of them going for a chat there at the bottom of the wall. That is it, guys. Those are your winners. Hopefully you enjoyed this IFSC World Cup. A bit of excitement there for you. We've got the award ceremony still to come. That's for the lead and speed athletes that have been competing here over the past 2 days. So do stay tuned to give them their just desserts. Deserving of the recognition as they get up onto their podiums in a few moments' time. And of course, I'll be chatting to Sachi and Mina again a little bit later on about their experiences here also. So bear with us while we set the podium up. We'll be having a chat to these guys in a short moment's time.
So let's take a break. See you in the opening. Sorry, see you in the awarding ceremony. Bye-bye.男子 难度决赛初季已经公布，谢谢各位。
Attention please, attention please. The provisional result from one lead final is coming out. The provisional result from one lead final is coming out. Please check on that. Thank you. 好的，现场的保安，请把我们现场的秩序维持好，谢谢。我们即将上映的是我们即将举行的是我们的颁奖仪式，请我们现场的工作人员维护好我们的秩序。
我们现在的采访的或者是拍照的工作人员啊，如果您作为工作人员，现在不要去拍照了，我们等颁奖结束再拍好不好？现在现场人太多，你不要自己去闹着拍照。作为工作人员，严格要求自己。
Attention please, attention please. The official result for man lead final is coming out. The official result for man lead final is coming out. Please check on that. Thank you.
好，很感谢我们现场的观众朋友对我们的比赛的支持。现在我们的这个后面的观众区有很多座位，所以请我们现场的观众朋友可以到座位区就坐，大家不一定要拥挤在两边，大家一定要注意安全，好不好？请我们现场的观众朋友们，我们的老乡们可以坐到的观众区的位置上面来观看我们的颁奖仪式，谢谢各位。
Attention please, attention please. The athletes who got number 1, number 2, number 3, please go back to the isolation zone where the deep code, where the lead rock wall is. Attention please, attention please. The athletes who got number 1, number 2, and number 3, please go back to the lead wall. Thank you. Attention please, attention please. The general result for women is coming out. Attention please, attention please. The general result for women is coming out. Please check out time. Thank you. The general result for men is coming also. Please check out that. Thank you. ceremony. Once again, attention please, attention please. The Russian athletes who got the medals, please get back to the installation for the awarding ceremony. Thank you.
Юлия Каплина, подойдите, пожалуйста, к главному судье.
次难度决赛初季已经公布，谢谢各位。
Attention please, attention please. The provisional result from one lead final is coming out. The provisional result from one lead final is coming out. Please check on time. Thank you. 好了，现场的保安，请把我们现场的秩序维持好，谢谢。我们即将上映的是我们即将举行的是我们的颁奖仪式，请我们现场的工作人员维护好我们的秩序。
我们现在的采访的或者是拍照的工作人员啊，如果您作为工作人员，现在不要去拍照了，我们等颁奖结束再拍好不好？现在现场人太多，你不要自己去拉着拍照。作为工作人员，严格要求自己。
Well guys, while we are getting ready with our podium positions, we are going to go roaming for you now for a little bit. I'm just going to hand you over in a few moments. We're going to go and try and grab some interviews as we're moving around the venue. So let's go roaming and see if we can find some of our athletes. We're going to try and get Jakob and a couple of others, and we're going to try and chat to Mina as well, just before we get started with our podium positions. So let's go for a walk. Take you back into ISO for a moment. Okay, we're going to take Jakob over onto this seat here and just get him to plunk himself down on this one before we have a bit of a conversation about how that went for him. So we can have a talk here. Mina's currently being interviewed, so we'll have a talk with her in a few moments' time. And then after that, we'll try and get Sachi. For now, just putting some shoes on. I'm going to get him to come and sit up here for a moment before we get ready with our podium, which is just getting set up to the side here, so just a few seconds. Come and sit. Just a couple of seconds. An exciting final, I thought, throughout. An exciting semi-finals as well, which you will be able to see very shortly. For now, though, as we have a brief moment, let's have a chat to Jakob. How was it?
Yeah, it was great. Good route. I'm happy to be back on the podium. Obviously, would have liked to be better, like second or first. Having a close fight with Sachi for the overall, and obviously, like, I shouldn't think of it too much, but in the end, you still have it in the head, kind of, and I knew he was first. like after his climb and that Sean couldn't beat him, so I knew like I have to get a really good performance out here to win this and like to be like still fight with him for the overall for the last two competitions, since like now he has like a lot more points. And I was a little nervous, but today he climbed better again, and I'm still happy with my third place.
It's interesting that you're talking about this whole thought process that you've got going on at the moment now. So it's starting to come towards the end of the year. It is starting to become about the rankings, and that's not always the thing that you want in your head while you're climbing. Whilst you were climbing this one, were there a couple of points where you were thinking this is a really tough route? I mean, this next move's going to cost me. I mean, what about the pinch on the far side as well? You seem to breeze past that one. It was the next couple of moves afterwards that just really kind of where it started to hit you.
Well, I mean, like the nervosity thing was like not a big problem. I think I could shut it down pretty well, and I think I climbed pretty well until like the roof, and I felt really good. Now I realized that I didn't see that knee bar rest, which like everyone else saw, and yeah, that was like my biggest mistake in that final route, I think, because if I could have rested there, I think I could have recovered a lot more. That roof got me really tired. I didn't have any chance to recover from the first part, which was already a little awkward and sketchy moves, and you were always under tension. That's why I actually just pumped out in the end. And yeah, like that last moves in the roof and that pinches is like really my style, and that was the only point why I could still stay on, because I was already like really tired.
I did think you did find the rests in other places, though. I mean, just before you hit that roof section, you'd taken 2 or 3 points to really have a shakeout because you knew what was coming. And then afterwards, just before the pinch, a couple of moves beforehand, near the arete, you had a moment there to rest as well. Are the rests are they the sort of thing that you talk about when you're all chatting at the bottom of the wall, or is that more a personal choice as to where you feel like you rest? Obviously, you're saying the other guy spotted this one and you didn't on that one.
No, like on the observation, I observed with Sachi, Urban, and Sean, and we all didn't see that knee bar rest in the observation. They all just found it out while climbing, and I should do the same thing. You know, it's like only my mistake. I'm just bad at reading knee bars and stuff like that. And yeah, I had some shakes in the roof, but that was more like desperate shakes. You know, like I tried to recover somehow, but I wasn't able to, since it's just really steep and the holds weren't as good. And yeah, I would have really needed that rest, I think.
Well, a 4th place at Mokpo. Up now again to a 3rd place in here at Wujiang. You've also had your gold this year as well already. You've been putting on a fantastic show from that transition that we were talking about in Perm of switching from the boulder to the lead season. You are a lead world champion at the moment. 2 more cups yet to go. Where's the big hope for you? Is it Valence you're gearing up for on the next one, or is it all are you saving something special for Crown?
Well, I mean, in the first 2 World Cups, or like in the start of the season, I didn't feel as strong. Like now I'm feeling really back in shape, and I feel like Mokpo or here, it's just like tiny things that like make me not win or make me being 4th or 5th, whatever. Like all the other climbers are really strong as well, and they're in an awesome shape. Like we can see, Sachi is just so consistent, and he's like doing a great job in every single World Cup. And you can't do like a single mistake, otherwise you will just not win. And I think we are all so close together that like just the tiniest things will like split us, you know. And I hope I'll just try to climb as well in Valence and in Cron, maybe even a little better, just do not any mistakes, and it would be great to have another victory.
Jakob, I'm sure we'll see another one from you as well. Thank you for talking to us. Well done. A good victory for you.
Thank you.
Jakob Schubert, nice to have a brief chat with him before we get started with our podium. It's looking like the podium's nearly ready now, so I'm guessing that in a moment someone's going to come and kick me off this seat, which is really comfortable. I can see why they've put them here for the winners. It's good. I'll see. Actually, at the moment, it looks like all of our athletes are moving back behind the wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little brief glimpse for you now of the crowd that is gathering here. After which, I'm going to let Johnny run back to the desk and get things set up for our podium position. And after that, I will talk to Mina and to Sachi as well. So I'm going to leave it there with that at the moment.
Attention please, attention please. The athletes who got number 1, number 2, number 3, please go back to the isolation zone where the lead rock wall is. Attention please, attention please. The athletes who got number 1, number 2, and number 3, please go back to the lead wall. Thank you. Attention please, the general result for women is coming out. Attention please, the general result for women is coming out. Please check on time. Thank you.
Well guys, not long now, as you can see there, that is the backboard for our podium, and in a few moments we'll welcome our athletes that have taken their victories here throughout the speed and the lead events that we've seen. And they'll be coming out to claim their prizes in a short moment's time. I'll try and get an interview with Mina and also with Sachi live for you as well as soon as we're finished on that one. For now though, I'm going to leave you with a little look here at the results as they stand. Wujiang 2013. Hopefully you've all enjoyed yourselves. A little bit more left to come for you.
destination for the awarding ceremony. Once again, attention please, attention please. The Russian athletes who got the medals, please get back to the destination for the awarding ceremony. Thank you.
Юлия Каплина, подойдите, пожалуйста, к главному судье.
Okay guys, so a little bit of a change of plan here. We're having a little bit of a delay for the awarding ceremony as the Russian team is not here at the moment. They've got to come along and claim their medals from the speed from yesterday, and because of that we're going to grab our interviews right now with our winners Sachi and Mina. So in a few seconds I will join you at the front of the wall and we'll have a bit of a chat to Mina and also to Sachi. Okay guys, as we have this little bit of a delay going on at the moment, we are joined right now by Sachi Ama, our winner here. Sachi, how are you feeling?
I cannot believe it. I'm really happy, yeah.
A second gold medal for Asia for you. You said right at the beginning of the year that it was between you and Ramone. You wanted to be back up at the top of those rankings. It's now a possibility. Are you feeling like Valence and Cran are going to be a good move from here? Are you excited about the next two?
Yes, really, I'm really excited because I know both wall, and it's really a little bit old style, but always the route is cool, so I'm really motivated for it.
Was there any point on the wall here today that you thought was a bit tricky? Was it a tough finals route, a hard finals route?
Yeah, after the observation, every finalist was nervous because it looks really hard, and everyone was thinking if you go out from the roof, you will win. But actually, the competition goes a little bit slow than our image, and it was really cool. It was really cool. Yeah, it looks really hard, but nice. Yeah.
So what from here now for you? Are you going back home for a little while to rest up before Valence?
Yeah, and actually now I'm moving. I mean, I live in Yokohama, and now I'm moving to another place. So now really busy. So I have to prepare everything after go back to Japan, and then I go to Valence.
So you got to go home and move house.
Yeah, yeah.
Make sure you pack up all the medals. Well done. Another congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Another
Thank you.
gold medal.
Thank you very much.
Sachi Ama, thank you very much. I'm going to let you go back behind there so that you can get ready for your opening ceremony. Thank you, Sachi. Sachi Ama with a brief chat there. Then I'm going to try and get Mina Markovic for a second as well while we are waiting still for the award ceremony to go. Won't be a moment now and we'll get things underway, so bear with us, please. In a few seconds, I'll bring Mina out. We'll have a chat to her as well. Okay, we have Mina. She is here for a brief chat before we get things underway with our award ceremony. Mina, another gold medal. How are you feeling?
As I said before, really, really good.
So Asia, as I said, has been really, really good to you. You had the competition at Mokpo, a gold medal there. It became about time between you and Kim Jae-in. Here, a little bit of a different story. Was it nice coming into the finals knowing that it wasn't going to be a race to the top?
Yeah, definitely. It was a big advantage that I topped out the semifinals. I also felt more good, and I just wanted to climb the finals as well as the semifinals. I regret that I didn't do a top, but still, even in finals, that I knew that I have a little bit advantage because of better result in semifinal, and it's not a time battle. I knew that I need to climb well and I need to come really high, so it wasn't so easy either.
Talk us through this final moves that you were going on about as well. When you got down, the first thing you did was talk to Kim Jae-in about that end section, whether it was an endurance thing that you were both just tired, or whether it's a particularly difficult move. What do you think happened at the top to both of you there?
I think it was more about the move and more about the head than going really pumped, because I can say for myself I could even rest on the yellow one, so it wasn't so bad. And also the next little foot hold, it's not the worst hold for me, so I think it was more about the move and the head that didn't resist everything together.
Now you've had another successful season in the bouldering as well this year. You're doing bouldering and lead, you're mixing between the two. Do you find it a hard transition as you come across from the end of the bouldering into when lead starts to pick up a little bit more, or do you find that switch relatively easy?
This year I skipped the last bouldering World Cups. I mean Canada and US. Just because the European Championship was a little earlier on schedule, so it was one of my main highlights of the season, and I really wanted to prepare well. So maybe I started to making this transit this year a little earlier, and it wasn't so hard. Actually, from the bouldering, I gained also a lot of power this year, so all the moves seems really easy, and I just added endurance to all together, and the transit this year was really, really nice.
Mina, another gold medal for you. You have Valence and Crans still to come up. A little bit of time to rest now. What's going on at home?
Yeah, there will be 2 days of resting on airplanes, so then I'm totally motivating to start new preparing for the last 2 stages, and I just want to make my best, really.
I love that you treat travelling as a rest. That's great. Mina, thank you very much and well done.
Thank you.
Mina Markovic there for the last little moment, and I believe I'm being given the okay that I have enough time for Kim Jae-in to come in and have a bit of a chat with her as well. So look at that. 1 out, 1 in, straight away, nice and quick. Kim, well done as well, first off, for another medal for you. How was the climb?
In the final route is very hard to me. There's a very big move and many small cleans, and I got nervous also. And after the Russian World Cup, I don't know why, but my body feel a little bit tired. So, but I did my best always. So, I quite satisfied. And after this World Cup, I more concentrate my condition, and I want to enjoy also last few World Cup.
I'm amazed you're saying that you were nervous going into this finals. You don't ever come across, ever, as somebody that is ever fazed by any final. Where were the nerves coming from? Why were you nervous?
Because I always nervous actually, but I try to enjoy my nervous. But this time, the last, maybe I have to more concentrate. So maybe I should try another way, but yeah.
We saw that happening at the last moment. It was Vincent that had intended this tricky last few moves, and Mina and you had the same thing, that tough last few moves. From here, are you going to get some chance to go back home to Seoul and relax a little bit before Valence?
Yeah, I will go back home tomorrow and get some rest and also training for the Valence.
2 more yet to come. At the moment, right at the very top, you and Mina on both the World Rankings and the World Cup Rankings as well. Are you enjoying the competition towards the end of the year, that it's between the 2 of you fighting for the top spot?
Yeah, but I want to more concentrate just on my climbing and front of the route. So I always want to get the top of the route. Yeah.
Fantastic. Anything you want to say in Korean to anyone back at home?
결승전을 지금 막 마쳤는데 조금 아쉽지만 그래도 최선을 다해서 경기한 것 같고 남은 2개 월드컵에서도 계속 즐겁게 경기하도록 노력하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Jae-in, well done. Congratulations. Another medal.
Yeah.
Kim Jae-in, a last moment, little bit of an interview. I now have to let you go so that we can give you the award ceremony. It's happening right now.
现场尊敬的各位领导、各位嘉宾、观众朋友们，大家晚上好。Good evening, dear leaders, guests, ladies and gentlemen. 吴江农村商业银行杯2013吴江丰 现在开始。
So now it's the time for awarding ceremony of Wujiang Rural Commercial Bank of IFSC World Cup 分湖 Wujiang, China.
各位，首先请允许我为大家隆重的介绍出席今天颁奖仪式的领导和嘉宾，他们是国际攀岩联合会主席 Mark 先生。
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the IFSC President, Mr. Marco Mario Scolaris.
他们是国际攀岩联合会副主席、国家登山运动管理中心主任李志新先生。
Welcome IFSC Vice President, General Director of the State Sports General Administration, Mountaineering Management Center, Mr. 李志新。
国际攀联代表 Vincent Kant 先生。
IFSC Delegate Vincent Kelsey。
吴江区人民政府办公室副主任薛建国先生。
薛建国 from Wujiang People's Government。
吴江区体育局局长钱伟黎女士。
Miss 钱伟黎 from Wujiang Sports Bureau。
佛浦高新技术产业开发区服务业发展局局长袁鸾女士。
Miss 袁鸾。
吴江农村商业银行行长谢铁军先生
，Mr. 谢铁军，
欢迎各位领导，当然也欢迎现场的这么多热情的观众朋友，谢谢各位的支持。
Welcome you all。
好的，各位，接下来我们要颁发女子难度赛的奖项。
So now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the award for Women Lead Competition.
用热烈掌声有请获奖运动员登场。
Let's welcome the athletes.
接下来我们要有请颁奖嘉宾，他们是国际攀岩联合会主席 Mark 先生。
Welcome Mr. Marco.
有请颁奖嘉宾，丰湖高新技术产业开发区服务业发展局局长袁鸾女士。
Welcome Miss 袁鸾。
各位，获得季军的运动员是来自于奥地利的洛克马格达雷纳。
The third place is Magdalena from Austria.
获得亚军的是韩国的金智媛。
The second place is Kim Jae from Korea.
获得冠军的是来自斯洛文尼亚的米娜。
The champion is Mina Markovic from Slovenia.
有请领导为他们颁奖。
Welcome.
谢谢马可先生，谢谢袁毅局长。接下来，女士们、先生们，请全体起立。
Please all rise. Raise the national flag and play the national anthem of Slovenia.
奏斯洛文尼亚国歌。 让我们再次向他们表示祝贺，有请颁奖嘉宾和获奖运动员合影留念。Welcome the guests for pictures. Please. Okay. 好的，谢谢 ，Thank you so much。朋友们，接下来颁发男子难度赛的奖项。Now awarding for man lead competition。用热烈掌声有请获奖运动员登场。Let's welcome the athletes。哇哦！ 好，继续有请颁奖嘉宾，国际攀岩联合会主席 Mark 先生。Welcome, Mr. Marco。有请吴江区体育局局长钱伟仪女士，有请。Welcome, Miss 钱伟仪。我们要恭喜获得男子难度季军的运动员是来自于奥地利的 Super Jacobo。The third place is Jacob Super from Austria。 获得亚军的运动员是来自于加拿大的 Sean。Second place is Sean from Canada。朋友们，获得冠军的是来自于日本的安田佐杰。And the first place in the chain is Sakishiyama from Japan。 女士们、先生们，请全体起立，奏日本国歌。Please all rise, raise the national flag and play the national anthem of Japan.请坐，谢谢。让我们再次向他们表示祝贺，有请颁奖嘉宾和获奖运动员合影留念。恭喜 for the pictures。恭喜三位 ，Congratulations again。谢谢 ，Thank you。 接下来颁发女子速度赛奖项。Now awarding for women's speed competition。有请获奖运动员登场。Let's welcome the athletes。 接下来有请潘金嘉宾国际攀岩联合会主席 Mark 先生。Let's welcome Mr. Mokpo。有请攀岩嘉宾吴江农村商业银行行长谢铁军先生。Let's also welcome Mr. 谢铁军。看来我们的获奖运动员都比较激动。OK， 没有关系。来，获得季军的运动员是来自于俄罗斯的列维奇琴娜 Yulia。The third place is Krasnina Maria from Russia。获得亚军的运动员是同样来自俄罗斯的 Maria。The second place is Pavlina Yulia from Russia。好，朋友们，获得冠军的运动员是来自于俄罗斯的卡普琳娜 Yulia。Champion is Pavlina Yulia。非常强大的俄罗斯军团，3位都是很优秀的运动员。Congratulations！ Thank you。女士们、先生们，请全体起立，奏俄罗斯国歌。Please all rise. Raise the national flag and play the national anthem of Russia. 请坐，谢谢。让我们再次向3位表示祝贺。Congratulations again for the pictures。恭喜3位。OK，Thank you。请获得速度赛女子冠军的运动员Yulia留下。Please be seated。好，各位，在我们本次比赛有打破一次女子速度的记录，这是一份荣誉。所以接下来我们要有请吴江农村商业银行行长谢铁军先生向突破女子速度赛世界纪录的运动员Yulia颁发奖金。Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. 谢铁军 give a prize for the new world record。恭喜他，各位！我们以前的世界纪录的成绩是7秒99，最新成绩是7秒85。Congratulations again for new world record！ 祝贺优利亚，也感谢吴江。Thank you so much。Thank you。现在呢，显示屏是显示了我们突破纪录的瞬间，非常的激动人心。接下来我们要颁发男子速度赛的奖项 ，No awarding for men's speed competition。有请获奖运动员登场。Welcome the athletes。 继续有请颁奖嘉宾，国际攀岩联合会主席 Mark 先生。Welcome, Mr. Marco。有请颁奖嘉宾，吴江区人民政府办公室副主任薛建国先生。Also welcome, Mr. 薛建国。朋友们，获得季军的赢得是来自乌克兰的亚罗斯拉夫。The third place is Yaroslav from Ukraine. 获得亚军的赢得是来自伊朗的阿里瑞萨。The second place is Alishina Risa from Iran. 获得冠军的是来自俄罗斯的格克雷。First place and the champion is Podium from Russia. 女士们、先生们，请全体起立，奏俄罗斯国歌。Please arise. Raise the national flag and play the national anthem of Russia. 让我们再次向他们表示祝贺，并合影留念。Congratulations again. 恭喜他们！Thank you， 谢谢。好，朋友们，本次比赛也是2013年度世界杯速度战的最后一仗，所以接下来要颁发女子速度赛总决赛的奖项。Now awarding for women's speed final， 有请获奖运动员。Let's welcome all the athletes. 各位，13年度我们有7次世界杯的分站赛，所以我们的运动员通过参加世界各地7次的比赛，最后有一个总的积分的排名。所以我们今天不仅是在吴江有冠亚季军诞生，而且在整个年度有冠亚季军的诞生，我们一起要来揭晓这神圣的一刻。所以我们在吴江的比赛不仅破了一个世界纪录，同时还是总决赛的颁奖。让我们也期待所有的速度赛的运动员在2014年 在明年我们要继续做好充分的准备，才能够比得更好。好，继续要有请我们的颁奖嘉宾，有请国际攀联副主席李志新先生。Let's welcome Mr. 李志信。有请国际攀联代表 Vincent Cos 先生。Let's also welcome Mr. Vincent Cosby。各位，获得总冠军排名第3位、总积分排名第3位的运动员是来自于俄罗斯的塞萨文娜玛利亚。The third place is prize winner Maria。Please。Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to third place, Alexandra from Poland. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Sorry. 排名第3位是来自波兰的亚历山大。OK。排名年度第2位的是来自于俄罗斯的 Yulia。The second place is Kavalina Yulia from Russia. And the champion is Yarmakina Alina from Russia. 恭喜 Congratulations. Thank you so much. 女士们、先生们，请全体起立，奏俄罗斯国歌。Please all rise. Raise the national flag and play the national anthem of Russia. 谢谢，让我们再次向他们表示祝贺，并合影留念。Congratulations again！ 这是一份年度的荣誉。谢谢 Mark 先生 ，Thank you，Thank you so much。谢谢李主席，恭喜3位。那接下来要颁发男子速度赛总决赛的奖项。Now awarding for men's speed final。有请获奖运动员登场。Let's welcome the athletes。有请颁奖嘉宾国际攀岩联会主席 Mark 先生。Let's welcome Mr. Marco。有请颁奖嘉宾国际攀岩联会副主席李志新先生。And welcome Mr. 李志新。 排名第2位的是捷克的 Liba. The second prize is the Croat Liba from Suspense. 获得年度排名总冠军的是来自于俄罗斯的科克林。The first place in the champion is Koklin Stislav from Russia. 女士们，先生们，请全体起立，奏俄罗斯国歌。Please all rise. Reach the national flag and play the national anthem of Russia. 让我们再次向他们表示祝贺并合影留念。Congratulations again！ 速度世界杯2013已经结束，2014期待你们更加精彩的表现，加油各位 ！Congratulations and hope you get a better result in 2014。加油，庄启熙 ，Come on！ 朋友们，让我们再次感谢本次赛事的冠名赞助商吴江农商银行。Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome and let's
Well, guys, there are your podiums. Thank you very much for being with us throughout the Asia Tour. This wraps up our 2 weeks over here. We have jumped all around the place, from Mokpo over to Haiyang and now down to Wujiang. And there is your closing for Wujiang, your podium. Thank you for being with us. We will see you in just over a week at the end of this month for Valence, our next World Cup. See you soon.